Welcome back to Manufacturing Talk Radio. We're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Women in Manufacturing, WiM Summit for 2015. We have a series of guests with us today, and joining me presently is Glenn Marshall, who's the Director of the Association of Manufacturing Excellence. And if I get any of this wrong, Glenn, just shoot me. He's also a member of the AME, which is the Association of Manufacturing Excellence. And we're glad to have you here today, Glenn.
Well, I'm glad to be here. First of all, the Association for Manufacturing Excellence started in 1985. And here this year, we're now partnering with Women in Manufacturing because we see that with the critical need for talent, and there are more ladies coming out of the postgraduate schools that are going to be prime candidates to put into our market to be leaders in manufacturing. So we're glad to be here and glad to spend some time with you.
Great. I understand you're having your own show in Jacksonville, Florida.
We will be having our next annual conference in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, Cincinnati.
On October 19th through the 23rd. We'd love to have you there or any of your listeners because it's the biggest lean conference in the nation, and we have like 35 countries, 2,000 people.
After the show, you'll give me the data on that, and let's see what we can do about that.
Great.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about AME, your members, your chapters, how many people are involved?
AME has 4,000 members. We have individual members, we have student members, and we have corporate members. Mm-hmm. Our whole purpose in life is we want to create a manufacturing renaissance. We believe in people-centric leadership coupled with enterprise excellence. And what our current mission is, we looked at this critical shortage of talent, and I am leading a national initiative for manufacturing a desired career path. With that, what we're trying to do is we're looking at adopting schools on Manufacturing Day as a start so we can expose parents and kids to the great opportunities we have in manufacturing for rewarding careers.
Just as a comment on that, Manufacturing Day is October 2, a week from this coming Friday. Manufacturing Talk Radio has 2 or 3 events ourselves that we're participating in, and we also adopted a school, Passaic Institute of Technology, and we're taking a group of students to several of the events. So it's fun, and we enjoy being part of this massive movement that needs to be done.
Well, we're just glad you're leading by example.
Thank you, thank you. One of the things that we find, and we've been doing a lot of research, we're doing the Manufacturing Talk Radio now about 2 years, and we've learned a lot. I've been in the metals industry for 50 years, so I know a lot about metals. I don't know a lot about the issues that have been plaguing manufacturing for many years. I've now come a long way. And give me some of the problem areas that you foresee that need to be addressed and need to be mastered.
Well, what we're finding out is that with the baby boomers rolling out of the workforce, that we are facing a critical shortage in the fact that we need the schools, not only the high schools, but colleges, to be putting out career-ready citizens. And the problem we run into is the people who used to be in the workforce who are retiring were very good at science, math, engineering, and technology. And what we're experiencing now is that young people are going to high school. The career counselors are saying, go get a 4-year degree. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those degrees don't even get into the realm of STEM or whatever, and the parents are pushing the guidance counselors to do it, so now we have all these people getting 4-year degrees. In many cases they're underemployed, and then they're going back to the community colleges or apprentice programs so they get the skills they need to be employable.
Yeah, my understanding is that they are not getting jobs, and they're still staying home with mom and pop.
Well, the latest statistic from the Bureau of Labor is 16.9% of the teenagers are unemployed. And when you look out to through 24, it's like 13.2 are either unemployed or underemployed. So this is significant impact on our future workforce, because if they don't get that first job, then they're not going to get started on a career that'll let them go to that next level of jobs and be part of the middle class.
Correct, correct. One of the things that I have run across, and I don't hear a lot about it, and you and I had a conversation off camera before about the parents. The parents are the ones who want their sons and daughters to be doctors, nurses, and other professional types where they may or may not get jobs. And 82% of the parents are not promoting a career style life in manufacturing, even though taking into account that manufacturing today is not like your grandfather's manufacturing shop. So do you have any insight on that?
Well, we do, because one of the things that I've done in retirement is I'm leading this manufacturing desired career path, and we wanted to go adopt schools and put business and schools together. And so I went and talked to the students, talked to the guidance counselors, and talked to the career and technical education teachers. And the parents are pushing the kids to get a 4-year degree. The guidance counselors, to make the parents happy, are pushing a 4-year degree.
Right.
The CT&E teachers are elective, so the kids don't take it. But yet, when you go look at it, manufacturing offers 19% higher compensation than anything else. A gentleman or a lady with a 1-year certificate can make more than a BA degree. So the whole situation is we've got to reach out to the parents and educate them, because they're driving this migration to a 4-year degree. There's nothing wrong with that, but we would suggest, why not either go into an apprentice program, go to a community college. We would like to entice them to stay on this lifelong learning and get a degree, because 85% of the new jobs are going to require skills. So that's kind of the situation we're seeing today that we're working with. And what we do on Manufacturing Day, we not only take the students, the guidance counselors, the school board, but parents to the jobs in our community, and they're finding out these are really great jobs.
That's excellent. That's excellent. We heard a story last week, and I think that one of the vendors, a company called Hypertherm, and they may be here today, I'm not sure. They're up in New Hampshire, and they had a terrible time getting jobs placed, and the population of New Hampshire, of course, is small. So what they did was they started their own training program that can encompass many different types of manufacturing genres. And what they did was they went out to other manufacturing companies in the area that made other products, but the training program itself is the same. And what they did was they ganged together that they may have had as many as 10 or 15 companies contributing to the training efforts done by Hypertherm. And these students can now go to work for any one of these companies. And it's, I thought, a rather clever thinking out of the box methodology, and it's the first one I heard like this, where one company did a joint venture training program for the community at large. And have you heard any other interesting stories similar to this?
Yes, I'm from, I live in Williamsburg, James City County. I'd worked at the shipyard.
That's in the United States?
It's in Virginia, the colonies. But what we've done as far as a community, this Adopt a School Day has become an annual affair. We're doing it. But out of that, we now have companies that are partnering together to work with the community colleges. So we're putting on an integrated manufacturing courses. These young people will come out of it with credentials. And we're also asking these companies to pledge to at least interview, if not hire, one of these folks. So it's similar to what you're doing, but that's something we should do across the country, and particularly in Virginia.
Right, right. There are many stories that we're hearing. There's a company in Arizona, Powell Manufacturing, who is producing aerospace parts, and he has a problem. in getting skilled workers. And they went to a local motorcycle shop
Yeah.
where kids go down there and work on their motorcycles and so on and fix it up. And he approached some of those students if they would be interested in manufacturing. So he created a training program for these kids that are working on motorcycles, and that's where he's now using that as an employment pool to come to work for his company, and it's been working very successfully. I don't know how many women are working in motorcycle shops that would help him, but getting back to our topic here today about women in manufacturing, I think the perception of what manufacturing is today versus what it was 20, 30, 50 years ago, I think is a major part of why women have not gone in wholeheartedly into manufacturing. Do you have any thoughts on that? Tom?
Yes, I do, because we have an apprentice school at Newport News Shipbuilding. And I would say almost 50% of our candidates are women. They start at $33,000. They graduate at 55. They can then go continue their education. They could be a foreman, superintendent, vice president, or president of the company. So the future for women is really outstanding. And in my experience in manufacturing, I had ladies who were running machine shops and logistics systems, and were really great at it. So I think if we don't take advantage of the talented young ladies we have, we're missing the boat.
Last night we met some women here, one in particular, Dietrich Tool and Die in Indiana. Gal owns her company, owned it for some odd 30 years, and she loves it. She wouldn't have it any other way. It's giving her and affording her all the luxuries that she chooses to give herself, and treats her employees well. And she's running a small company, but treats them well, and half of them are women. And I think women have to understand that they can make the kind of money and get the kind of independence that women don't necessarily get in this country.
Well, I think you're right, because I have worked for vice presidents who are women. They're very intelligent. They know how to get things done. I met a lot of the ladies last night that are owners.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind working for them. And I wouldn't mind owning money in their company.
Yeah.
And I would strongly recommend they got the right attitude and they got a great philosophy. So I think the days of women not being equal with everybody else is wrong, and we need to talk about leaders in manufacturing, and these ladies are leaders.
I have a friend of mine who, a woman, who is in investment consulting, and she just started a company, and it's called She Capital, shecapital.com. And what it is, it's an investment, it's a website, it's an investment tool for women to learn about investing, learn about how to handle their money, learn how to make investments, do it online, and you get consulting services from She Capital. It's very clever. It's the first one being done, and I would recommend any women who may be listening to go to shecapital.com, and they have a lot of information about finance. They're taking the woman from the baseline of not a lot of knowledge, because husbands have been doing it, all their lives, and I think it gives them a great independence to be able to deal with their own finances. So that's another area that women are beginning to expand in.
Well, when you think about it, how many checkbooks get run by the lady of the house versus the man? My wife is a CFP. She does the investing, and she knows what she's doing. So I think the transition for women to be business owners or whatever, because they understand money, they understand how to take care of personal problems. So I don't see any downsides to it at all.
I don't either. And in my household, we have one checkbook, and I don't even know where it is, matter of fact. And I don't want to know where it is.
I get an allowance, so.
Is it 2-3 figure?
No,
Lunch money.
maybe not even that good.
You talked before about adopting schools. And is this for males and females to adopt a school to introduce them into the manufacturing world?
The Adopt a School program we
Yep.
have is that we ask the CT&E career and technical education teachers to invite their students who would like to go on these tours that we do. And I can say from the mix, it's probably a third were young ladies. I think as this program goes, there'll be more into it. The same group that worked with like Ball Metal on a project,
Right.
there were 4 guys and 3 ladies that went up and they won a national award on Project Lead the Way. So I think that more the young people and ladies in particular learn about rewarding careers in manufacturing. I think they're going to be there, and we're going to see a lot more of it. So I'm very impressed with the way things are going. I'd just like to see it move faster.
On our primary business, All Metals and Forge Group, we have a very active website, and we generate between 40 and 50,000 visitors to our website every month. So it's a rather sizable
Good.
traffic load. 17% of the traffic is women. And frankly, when we just installed this new software, I was rather surprised that it was so low.
Yeah.
And not sure, we haven't addressed that yet. How can we get more women to see our website, understand the value of us not so much selling product, but our website is also an information resource about materials, about manufacturing, terminology, glossary. It's a tool, it's an educational tool, as well as a lead generator to do business. So we haven't addressed that issue yet. Maybe we have to change the color of our site to pink from black and yellow.
I don't know that you need to do that, but you know, just like the Manufacturing Institute has a booth here,
Yeah.
and they have the Step Up program, or maybe I've got it wrong,
Yeah.
but I would suggest the Women in Manufacturing, Association for Manufacturing Excellence, the Manufacturing Institute, Society of Manufacturing, let them know you exist, because I didn't know about you till we met today.
Right.
But now that I know what you're doing, and the thing I really like is what I heard is you are helping explain all the different facets of manufacturing, from you got to have accountants and lawyers and logistics, and
Right.
supply chain. At the shipyard, we have doctors, lawyers, the whole gamut. So I think that story you're telling is great, and we didn't know that you did it, so we'd like to share
Well,
that story.
We do know each other now, and I'd like to be able to partner further with you down the road.
Sure.
I think we have both something to share and give back, and we welcome that opportunity. Glenn, I appreciate you sitting with us for a few minutes and letting each one of us know about each other. And I think we're going to leave it there. We'll get in touch with you, or you with us. And I think we're going to leave it there, and we'll be back in just a few moments.
Thank you.
Thank you.